provincial office ukuthi ke bona ke ba arrange noma benzeke ukuthi kutholakaleke umuntu ongahlangene necala leli uma imbiza ke kathi ke independent azohamba ayokhuluma kuyena.
My Lord, as I was driving to the provincial office, I made numerous calls to try and find someone who can assist until I got the assistance from Colonel Mboto.
Nanjengoba ngangihamba ke ngishayela ke imoto ngiya kulona ke ihhovisi lesifunda noma provincial office ngangixhumana ke noma ke ngenza ke ama phone calls abantu ke abahlukene kwazi kwayisikhathi la khona ke ngithola uKolonel Mboto.
Yes, we proceed.
Colonel Mboto
ngophenyo laleli nanjengoba engakaze abe yingxenye yophenyo laleli cala futhi ke angikaze nangaphambilini ngasebenza naye.
of the accused to Colonel Mboto from Eretin.
Ngase futhi ke ngixhumana naye uConstable Munareng weSWAT ukuthi ke
or rather, when we arrived in Ereton, Constable Munareng arrived and I handed over accused one to him.
Mase sifika ke khona Ereton naye ke uMunareng wase efika ngase ngindlulisela umsolo woqala ngimdlulisela kuyena uMunareng.
But prior to the handing over, my Lord, I warned him again of his constitutional rights and established, because he was not traveling with me in the same car, I was traveling alone, and established from him as to whether he still wants to continue with making a statement. The answer was yes, my Lord.
Kodwa ke ngaphambilini kokuthi ngimdlulisela kuyena uMunareng nanjengoba ke wayengahambi nami ke emotweni ngangihambela ngedwa mina ngaphinda futhi ngamazisa ngamalungelo akhe anawo uqinisekisa ke ukuthi ke usafisa yini ukuthi akhulume noma enze istatement wathi umephendula wathi yebo.
Yes. My Lord, he was then taken to he was taken by the constable to Diepkloof. I think after 2 hours or so, I then received a call from Colonel Mboto informing me that he was finished taking down the confession or the statement from accused one.
Umsolwa ke wase ehanjiswa ke uyena uConstable emhambisela eDiepkloof. Cabanga ukuthi ke emuva kwamahora amabili ngathola ucingo olubuya kuyena uKolonel Mboto engitshela ukuthi useqedile ngaye umsolo wokuqala.
He further informed my Lord that the confession statement itself will be kept by him and I should make arrangements to come
to the station. Yes, what happened?
Constable Munareng with this member as well as with accused number one, my Lord.
A few minutes after?
10 to 15 minutes
okay. Kwase kuthi nje emuva ke kwesikhashana ke emakathi ke imizuzu eyishumi noma 15 ke base bebuya ke yena uMunareng kanye ke nozakwabo ke bebuyela khona eEreton kanye naye umsolo.
The time that I've just mentioned, the 15 minutes, it was 15 minutes after what event?
It was 15 minutes after I was talking to Colonel Mboto.
Kwakuyimizuzu ke ewu15 emuva kokuthi sengikhulumile naye uKolonel Mboto.
Yes, you may proceed.
My Lord, they handed the suspect accused one to me and I asked him if he was fine or if he had any complaint. He said he was fine, my Lord, and there was no complaint from him.
Base ke bemdlulisela ke kumina ke umsolo woqala ngambuza ke futhi ukuthi kukhona yini akhala ngako.
Following day I was very specific, a witch doctor that came up in our discussion, and the answer was yes, he's still willing to do that freely and voluntarily.
Uyokhomba-ke inyanga
To follow up on that witch doctor investigation, and that if he should feel that he has changed his mind or he needs assistance or legal representation or whatever concern that he may have, then he should feel free to bring it up to her attention, my lord.
ngase ngimazisa futhi-ke nokuthi-ke kulangelandelayo-ke uzoza-ke uSergeant Mufula azoqhubeka-ke nalelo phenyo lelo noma lapho kufanele ukuthi kahle-ke kuzofanele lokho-ke noma unesifiso sokuthi abe nommeli noma udinga usizo lommeli akusho lokho kuyena uSergeant Mufula.
I further, my lord, requested the same member, Sergeant Munaring, with the crew that he was having to assist with the escort of the sergeant, the investigator, in escorting accused one to whatever that needed to be done and eventually to the detention facility.
Ngase ngimcela-ke yena-ke uSergeant Munaring kanye nozakwabo-ke lo owayenaye ngalelo langa-ke ukuthi-ke balekeleleke yena uSergeant ngaloko-ke okwakufanele ukuthi kwenziwe-ke nokuthi-ke ase abuyiselwe la avalelwe khona noma agcinwe khona.
We then parted ways, my lord.
Sase sihlukana-ke.
Did you know where accused number 1 was going to be detained?
I was informed, my lord, that he was detained at Valeria SAPS.
Ngatshelwa-ke ukuthi-ke umsolo wokuqala-ke kahle kukhona okumhluphayo akonke lokho angikaze ngibone nokuthi ngibone-ke futhi ukuthi ushayiwe.
And what time did you part ways with him?
It would have been after midnight, my lord. It could be between 12 to 12:30, but definitely before 1. It was just after midnight.
Isikhathi-ke ungathi-ke wayeseshayileke u-12 wasebusuku-ke kodwa maybe ungathi nje phakathi-ke kwakhe u-12 no 12:30 kodwa-ke engekashayi u-1 uma sihlukana.
Yes, you may proceed.
My lord, then the following day, that is now the 31st of May 2020, I received a call from Sergeant Mohola, who informed me that they found the said witch doctor that we spoke about the previous day, and they were on their way to the office. Rather, they asked where we should meet, and I directed them to come to the same provincial office with the said witch doctor.
Ngelandelayo-ke ngase ngithola ucingo olubuya kuyena-ke uSergeant Mufula engitshela-ke ukuthi-ke impela-ke isangoma noma inyanga leyo-ke bayithola-ke esembuza futhi ukuthi-ke sihlangane kuphi. Ngase ngibatshela-ke ukuthi asihlanganeke kwihhovisi lesikhulu noma-ke e-provincial office naso-ke nayo-ke inyanga leyo.
My lord, they arrived with the said witch doctor. It was in the late afternoon, early evening, and I came to know him as Mr. Lion Zwane.
Ngathi nje kusekunjisa mina.
Yes.
When he arrived, my lord, when he was brought to my office, I introduced myself. I was introduced firstly, then I introduced myself to him, warned him according to his constitutional rights, and informed him about the purpose of our interaction. That is, his name came up on the matter before this court. In other words, the matter of Senzo Meyiwa.
Wethulwa-ke kumina uyena-ke nami ngase ngizethula-ke kuyena-ke ngase ngimtshela-ke ngamalungelo akhe-ke anawo ngokomthethosisekelo, ngamtshela-ke futhi nenhloso noma injongo yokuthi-ke sihlanganeke ngalelo langa lelo nokuthi-ke
it was not planned, but he just walked in with some of the EMPD members into my office.
ngaleso sikhathi-ke ngisakhuluma naye-ke ubaba uZwane loyo-ke kwakungasiyona-ke into eyayihleliwe kodwa nje umsolo wokuqala wangena-ke ehamba nawo amalunga e-EMPD.
My lord, what became prudent and abundantly clear is that when Mr. Zwane locked eyes with accused one, it was clear that he knows him because he made utterances.
Oqala-ke kwacaca manje ukuthi bayazana-ke ebesafuna ukusho abakusho kodwa ke umshushisi umvimbeli.
God, please, my Lord, we have proposed to the defense that the evidence of Mr. Zwane be incorporated in the trial within the trial. They are still mulling over that issue. We'll deal with it in due course. Yes, you may proceed.
I don't understand.
Mr. Zwane has already testified in the main trial. We've requested that his evidence be injected in the trial within the trial. And they are still contemplating that issue now.
Yes, Mr. Mgomezulu, what's your view?
My Lord, it should be evidence lead to accused number 1. It does not relate to accused number 5, so we have no comment.
Of course, you can't quote any decision. When you quote any decision, Mr. Nisi, there's nothing irregular, Mr. Nomado and Mr. Munyeki.
No, I don't think no,
there's no decision.
It's a long-standing practice.
Nah, it's the other way around.
Oh, okay, thank you.
If a person testifies in the main trial before this court has held an inquiry as to whether there's any dispute about the admissibility of either admission statements or pointing outs, and the court declares that a trial within a trial should be held after the so-called gentleman Lion Zulu has testified in the main trial. I don't think you can incorporate that evidence by agreement into the trial within the trial. It's irregular. Because the injunction is that what happens in the trial within the trial should not be contaminated with what happens in the main trial. Is that not so, Mr. Maloi?
Well,
so you can recall the gentleman to come and give evidence, no problem.
Yes, in fact, that's what we're informing the defense, that it will serve no purpose to call the witness just for him to confirm what is testified about in the main trial. We can just I don't think there's anything that debars the state and the defense to agree to the incorporation of the evidence.
That is permissible.
Yes.
If you do it that way, but he must be in court and he must confirm.
Yes.
That's the evidence which he has given. He stands by it.
Yes, but if the defense then says that exercise is not necessary and they make an admission to that effect, a 220 admission.
Yeah,
I think.
No, the problem with it, fine.
That will still be proper.
Because you have Mr. Ngomezulu here says it can be done.
Yes, which is the proposal. We prepare the 220 admissions.
Okay, fine. You can address me later on, but I'm of the view that it's done clearly. When it goes to the SCA, they will say, this guy, what was his motive?
And that also relates to the clocking records of accused number 2 and his leave application as testified to by Mr. Melder. So those two aspects, those two witnesses.
And what about the latter? What is this agreement?
Well, we the same will apply as with Mr. Zwane's evidence.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
All right.
But once there's a meeting of the minds, we will inform the court accordingly.
Yeah, you can go bypass it by invoking Section 220.
Yes.
That
is the route that we, as you put it, abundantly clear that accused number 1 and Mr. Zwane know each other.
Absolutely, my lord. It was based on the utterances that occurred between the two of them.
Nami njengoba sengishilo ukuthi kwacaca bhake ukuthi bayazana ke umsolo woqala kanye naye ke ubabuzwane ngenxa ke yaloko okwashiwa noma okwakhulunywa phakathi kwabo bobabili.
Furthermore, my lord, it also became clear that accused 1 was making further confessions to Mr. Zwane when they were just talking as to what was wrong, why was he, in that position.
Okunye futhi ke okwacaca ke ukuthi ke umsola wokuqala ke wayeseqhubeka ke evuma okunye uma ke manje esesho noma esekhuluma ke kuyena ke ubabuzwane ukuthi kwakuyini ke engakaze ihambe kahle noma engazange ihambe kahle nokuthi kwakungani ke eseyithola ekulesi yasimo.
My Lord, I warned him again immediately, according that I referred to. He said he understands, but he's simply just telling the truth. But the discussion was between the two of them, my Lord.
Ngase ngiqhubeka futhi ke ngimxwayisa ke ukuthi manje ke ngixwayisa futhi ke ngamalungelo akhe ke nokuthi ke lokhu ke manje engikuzwayo okukhulunywayo ke noma akushoyo ke kule nkulumo ukuthi kungasetshenziswa
Dr. My Lord, that I was referring to.
Yes, but the one that was making admissions and the one that you want,
Which I understand.
Uthe yena ulapha abantu. Babalungisele.
yes, yes. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Mbozo. Yes, just clarify.
Part, it was accused, and it is accused one that I was warning according to his section 35 constitutional right, my Lord.
Lapha ke ngishoyo ke ukuthi manje umuntu wayeseqhubeka ke evuma ke noma eqhubeka ke nokuvuma noma ke gonyuluka ke komunye kwakuwumsola wokuqala kuyena ke lo owumlaphi wendabuko futhi ke kwaba uyena ke futhi engiqhubekayo ke ngimexwayisa ngamalungelo akhe.
Yes, may I proceed?
My Lord, thereafter I asked the said members to remove accused one so that I can carry on with further interviews with the traditional healer, Mr. Zwane.
Ngase ngiwacela ke amalunga lana ke ukuthi ke amkhipheke umsola wokuqala ukuze ke ngiqhubekeke nokuthi ngikhulumisane naye ubabuzwane.
Colonel Mutlame to assist me in taking the statement from Mr. Zwane.
Kwase kucaca ke kwinkulumo yami ke naye ke ubabuzwane ukuthi ke manje sengamsebenzisa ke nanjengofakazi ke ngase ngicela ke uza kwethu oKenneth Mutlame osebenza ke eJemiston ukuthi angilekele noma angisize ke ngokuthi ke athathe istatement kuyena ubabuzwane.
My Lord, he agreed. I then requested the members to take Mr. Zwane to the kennel in Jamestown, DPCI, and thereafter take him home after such statement has been taken.
Phela ke ngase ngibacela ke amalunga lana ukuthi ke asizeke ngokuthi ke athathe ubabuzwane bamhambise ke bamikise khona ke eJemiston ku Colonel Mutlame ayonikeza ke ngaleso statement leso buse kuthi ke emuva kwalokho ke bamthathe bamhambise ekhaya.
Yes.
Indeed, my Lord, such a statement was taken, and I know because then it was brought to my attention, that is, Colonel Mutlame first informed me that he's done, and the statement was brought to me. And insofar as accused one is concerned, I do know that he was eventually detained back at Valera SAPS after the taking of the statement.
Impela ke kwenzeka ke lokho ngoba ke wangitshela ke uKenneth Mutlame ukuthi useqedile ke emuva kwalokho istatement esalethwa ke kumina nokuthi ke emuva kwalokho ke sesithathiwe ke statement umsola wokuqala ke wabuyiselwa ke khona eValeria.
Before we proceed, you mentioned that after accused number 1 made a statement to Colonel Mboto, you received this statement the following day.
Yes, my Lord, in my recollection it would have been the following day because he refused to give it to the said members for security reasons and leakages, my Lord.
Impela ke ngishilo ukuthi ke emuva kokuthi uKenneth Mboto esesithathile ke that nje zokuvikeleka nokuthi ke mhlambi sesinga phuma
By Colonel Mboto insofar as the confession that was made by accused number 1.
Lena ke iyona ke iform noma lena ebizwa ngokuthi ke iperforma engayinikezwa uyena ke uKenneth Mboto emumva kokuthi eseqedile ke ukuthi ke umsola wokuqala akhulume noma avume kuyena.
And it includes the same attachment that I saw when the statement was given by me. This is now the annexure to the performer, my Lord.
Futhi ke isenale phepha nama amanye amaphepha ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi annexure ke eyayikhona-ke nkathi inikezwa mina amanye amaphepha la ahamba nayo-ke iproforma leni.
Mr. Chairman.
Thanks.
question on the board.
Yes, I
Yes, you can continue. When we broke for the short adjournment, you had just identified Exhibit FF, the confession that was taken down by Lieutenant.
My Lord, accused one was taken to court for the first appearance in relation to the matter of drug dealing in Tembisa.
Sorry. Okunye futhi engikwaziyo ukuthi ngayo ke i-first zika June 2020 wase eyobingelela ke imantshi okoqala ke umsolo wokuqala mayela ke necala leli laseThembisa leyidakamizwa.
217 of 3/2019.
Sorry, iyona ke lena i-charge sheet yalo ke lecala leli laseThembisa ene case number ewu21703 ka 2019. Sorry.
Yes, and it relates the name of the accused listed here, my Lord. It's accused number 1 with the date of appeal. And
Egcina ke ngaphakathi esitokisini nokuthi futhi lesihlehliso lapho ukuthi iqhubeke ngophenyo.
Yes.
then, my Lord, on the 4th of June 2020, I approached the accused number 1 in Valera SCPS.
Ngazo i4 zika June 2020 ngaya kuyena ke umsolo wokuqala emaphoyiseni aseValeria.
Warned him